Femi Tolu, Solomon Bassi, and of course Austin Judah, who are the judges. And that was it. That perhaps was where that cut came from. That kick from.
I think that was the one. I think that was the one. And it was actually from a knee. Oh.
Getting to the head of Yusuf.
I tell you what, if you look down the middle of my forehead, you will see a big gash. And that's exactly how it happened to me. So, yeah, welcome to the club, Fawad Yusuf.
That kick was obviously a game changer because it cut open Fawad Yusuf.
But Fawad Yusuf staying present, having that presence of mind to still cinch that reversal and turn a bad situation into a good one. Some people are miracle workers, and we just saw both men do that on the cage.
Remarkable fight, remarkable end to an encounter and a bout that showcased through both men's great determination and all.
Wow, nice. Oh shit. Nah, okay.
Where my flag?
Nice.
Let's go, Ryan.
Well, boy.
Nice. I love that. Okay.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. في نزال دموي ابن مدينة الدار البيضاء، المقاتل المغربي يوسف فوات يلقن خصمه الأنغولي أندري موكيسي درسا قاسيا داخل الحلبة بعدما استفزه الأنغولي قبل النزال أثناء عملية فيس تو فيس. ولمعرفة جميع التفاصيل ابقوا معنا إلى آخر الفيديو. لكن قبل ذلك، فإذا كنتم من عشاق رياضة الفنون القتالية المختلطة أو معجبين بجميع أخبار الرياضيين المغاربة، فلا تنسوا مشاهدينا الكرام الاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا على مواصلة هذا المحتوى الرياضي، وكذلك من أجل أن نكون البديل الإعلامي لجميع هؤلاء المقاتلين المغاربة سواء كانوا داخل المغرب أو خارجه. وفي الأخير نتمنى لكم فرجة ممتعة.
It's a 5-minute, 3 rounds of action in the AKO Championship Featherweight Division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner is a kickboxer and a Muay Thai fighter with a professional MMA record of 1 win and 1 loss. Fighting out of Luanda, Angola, Andre Amablanca Mukisi. The grappler with a professional MMA record of 1 win and 1 loss. Fighting out of Casablanca, Morocco, failed Super Saiyan Yusuf.
Please come. You know the rules, so obey my commands. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves if you want to. Go back to your corners.
Here we go, and a fiery start for this fight in the featherweight division. Mukisi from Angola in the blue corner, taking on Yusuf from Morocco in the red corner. And actually, before the fight started, we saw Mukisi punching the mat repeatedly.
But something that just caught my eye to show that he was not intimidated was Fawad Yusuf using his left leg to check that right kick thrown by Andre Mukisi. As we see Andre Mukisi throw another low kick and miss. Hugo, is there something that we're missing? Both men in the southpaw and orthodox stance. What do you think? What do you think is happening?
Boy, Mukisi, oh my Super Saiyan. He's definitely an entertainer, definitely a crowd pleaser, Andre Mukisi came out with some explosive power, boy, like he was throwing those kicks with a lot of bad intention. He's called the Panther, and I expect him to move with a lot of poise and some deceptive explosive power. But look at the Super Saiyan with a perfectly timed takedown.
Wow, as I was about to comment on the very quick pace of the fight so far, and then it just happened. The first takedown, which now leads to your theory of the fact that both fighters are very proficient on the mat.
Both men being proficient on the mat means that being on the ground changes the dynamics of everything. You're not going to have a one-sided wash. You're going to have Andre Mukisi defend himself from getting into that side control position, and we're going to have Fawad Yusuf attempt to clear that left hand so as to create more leverage and control on Andre Mukisi's position. So good stuff so far, good stuff.
There's nothing more exciting than when you see two fighters who are game to give it 100%, who are ready to go toe-to-toe, blow for blow, and at this case, at this point in time, hold for hold. Hugo, you have a fighter in Yusuf with just one win. The other fighter has two fights, one win and one loss. So slightly ever so, as the case is, Mukisi has just a slight advantage in terms of experience. But would that amount to anything in this fight?
Well, both fighters are just coming off a W, so they'll want to maintain the momentum, you know. But I'd say the Super Saiyan, he had performance of the night the last time he was out here. So I'm sure with his confidence on a high, he would want to give us another perfect display of mixed martial arts, and he finds himself in another dominant position, and he's not in a hurry. He shouldn't be.
Now, of course, Yusuf made his debut here in AKO. He's, of course, only here in the African Local Championship, so you can say he's our boy, more or less. But Andre Mukisi now, Edache, how does he come out of this position? Because from where I can see it, and a forearm to the face doesn't seem like you are in pole position.
The forearm to the face is to create separation because he's already in the half guard position. You can see now he's in full mount. He had been working on that from the moment they went to the floor. He was just trying to clear it, and now Andre Mukisi gives him his back. Hugo, walk us through this transition process on the floor.
Oh, another arm bar. He's trying to make this his signature sub. But Mukisi is out. Good arm bar defense there from Mukisi. And I think what was most important there was Fawad Yusuf had his back for a moment there, but he was wise to it, answered the phone and kept his neck safe, making Fawad Yusuf go directly for the armbar, which I think Mukisi was wise to it.
What's your next move?
So Mukisi made a critical error there by trying to strike to the head. That's a soccer kick that missed, and you could see the reaction on Yusuf's face like, oh dude, what are you doing? However, that didn't pay dividends, and now they are back on the floor. I'm curious to see if Andre Mukisi can...
Listen, gentlemen, you have to be here in the Monarch Center here in Lekki to see the odds right now in the cage. So far, so good. Hugo, who would you say has had the advantage in this first round? Whoa!
Oh, boy. It's been such an explosive fight so far. And you can see why Yusuf is such a crowd favorite, boy. He comes with that high-octane stuff. But, hey, Mukisi is playing dirty, man. I saw him try to kick Yusuf in the head when Yusuf was on his back. He's just keeping his fight dirty. He has that dog in him, you know, and just trying to win.
It is over. The first round, a fight.
Switch it up. Let's see how it goes.
Second round, a hammer blow landing on the neck of Yusuf. However, exchanges of kicks from both fighters representing Angola from Luanda. Second round.
Mukisi is not throwing that many strikes, but every strike he throws with reckless intent and reckless abandon. He wants to damage. I don't know. He's hitting Yusuf like Yusuf is the wall, and he's a hammer just trying to break it down, you know. But I don't know. Coming into this second round, Yusuf is looking like the fresher of both fighters. I don't like how Mukisi has his mouth open, and he seems to be breathing out of his mouth. You know, I don't know if he's tired or something, but
obviously highlighted, Mukisi seems to have his mouth a bit open, perhaps showing sign of fatigue.
So the thing is that the longer this fight goes at this pace, the more you will see the cardiovascular capacity of both men being tested. And you can see that Fawad Yusuf appears to be the more comfortable person. But now they go straight to the ground, and it's important to see what adaptations can be made from this position by both men.
His nickname is Arma Blanca. That is Andre Mukisi from Luanda in Angola. On the flip side, you have our very own, Yusuf, who is known as Super Saiyan. If you are proficient with anime and or manga, you know that's from the famous anime known as Dragon Ball Z. Now, when you go Super Saiyan, is when you have gone to the absolute peak of your physical and all, attacking.
He seems very comfortable in the back. He has one of the butterfly hooks in, and I think he might be looking for a sweep. He's just controlling his opponent, controlling his head. He's not letting Mukisi frame, and he can't post, so Mukisi cannot get his ground and pound going. And he needs to be careful, because I think Yusuf is trying to set up a triangle. I see he has his right foot. Oh, here we go.
The scars of battle already showing on both fighters. They are feeling the pace, and he's going for another submission maneuver. Your thoughts on this, Adachi?
So the tail of the tape after the first round was a bit deceptive. If you see it, you think it's only a striking battle, but it doesn't account for the work that was operation, and now we're right back in. But the thing is, the longer they are in this position, you can only imagine that both men get more tired. And if Mukisi was looking tired before they went to the ground, your guess is as good as mine as to how he's doing right now.
Now, we have to be very honest with the fact that both fighters have shown an incredible amount of awareness to either counter each other's maneuvers to more or less look like we are having a stalemate. Less than 2 minutes to go in the second round, and both fighters seem as if they are just where they were in status quo in terms of this fight not looking like anybody having the advantage.
It's an incredibly close fight. I would not want to be a judge. I don't envy the judges. It's a really, really close fight to call. But I can tell you what, this round, I'd say this round is going to Mukisi. You know, he seems like the more dominant fighter in this round, and he's just managing. He's not looking for a submission. He's not really trying to pass Yusuf's guard and get into a better position. But he's just controlling him, just keeping him here, and he's trying to win the round.
45 seconds left in this second round. It's important to understand that both men right now, it's equal in the eyes of the judges, but the position that Andre Mukisi is in appears to be more dominant. He's on top, he's being active, the ref isn't getting in the way, and if we get to the end of this round while he's in this position, the judges just might give it to him.
Obviously, it is a matter of the discretion of our judges in terms of calling the fight, but it's far from over. Less than 10 seconds to go. Casablanca, known as Super Saiyan in Fawat. Yusuf, oh wow, there's a bit of a slip there from Yusuf, but obviously he's fine.
That was such a good tip. Nice push kick from Fawat Yusuf to Mukisi's midriff, but Mukisi seemed to take it well, and both men just exchanging leg kicks right now.
Now we are seeing both fighters in tremendous physical condition and fantastic physical shape, and they seem like they can even go 4 more rounds. But a kick that landed, however, Yusuf shrugged it and saying, nope, that has no effect on me.
That left body kick and left high kick, and you see the left high kick again landing, but he used it a little too much, and now he has his back to the floor. We saw them in this position in the first round, and Mukisi was unable to create a reversal opportunity.
Oh boy, that was definitely from one of the head kicks, and that's what happens when shin connects to the dome. And boy, he's showing you how game bred he is, man. The boy is game bred, and this is what we came here for, man. This is mixed martial arts, high octane stuff. He's digging deep, and this is definitely a big test for him. Can he weather this storm? Because Mukisi is going for the finish here.
Mukisi smells literal blood.
Which strategies to go to a striking game, and so far so good. Before the takedown, the striking seems to have favored
a beautiful reversal, man. So I'll tell you what happened there. Yeah, Mukisi got a bit complacent, and he was too linear and staying too high. His chest was way too high up, and he had his knees underneath the armpits of Yusuf. Compromised his balance, and it was an easy sweep at the end of the day.
Now this is literally a bloody affair. However, you talk about the crowd being invested in this display of incredible fighting from both fighters. I can tell you it's an understatement, because everybody is on their feet. This is where it all matters. How are you calling this third round, Edache?
Right now, ironically, I'm giving this third round to Fawat Yusuf simply because of the positional advantage. He's inside control right now. He cleverly cleared the legs of Andre Mukisi, and we only have 1 minute and 50 seconds left. If he can maintain this dominant position, you just might see the judges giving him the first and the third, because the second was very clearly in Andre Mukisi's favor.
We do have to apologize to our viewers if you're a bit squeamish and you're seeing a lot of blood. It is part of the fight game. However, with that being said, we are seeing both fighters trying to establish dominance on the mat. What needs to happen now? Less than a minute, 20 seconds to go, Hugo.
Well, ideally, Fawat Yusuf will be looking for a mount, but I don't think he wants the mount, man. He wants to let his elbows go. He wants his own pints of blood back, you know. I think he's going to stay inside control, and he's going to try and establish a frame on the neck so he can get his elbows going and just try and cut Mukisi back. But he needs to be careful so he doesn't get swept. Oh, he went to the full mount.
Full mount transition there.
We go.
And you see the thing with having Fawat Yusuf in the mount position like this is that all that blood that we were screaming about gets to bleed onto his opponent's face, further impeding their vision as Andre Mukisi gives him his back.
Well, we are seeing that the match is a bit slippery now because of the copious amount of blood. However, less than 40 seconds to go. Yusuf seems to be piling on the pressure now. Mukisi seems to be in trouble. And wow, this is incredible. Amazing action. Less than 28 seconds to go. Final round here in the featherweight division. My goodness, I am about to lose my breath.
20 seconds left. Fawad Yusuf fighting the fight of his life right now, keeping the pressure on his opponent despite the cut and the bleeding. And that's why this man is here. He didn't come here to compete, he came here to dominate. And Andre Mukisi is getting every bit of that action right now.
In about 3 seconds, this fight will be over, and I can assure you the crowd will explode in appreciation of what we have just witnessed. What a fight between Andre Mukisi
and he dug deep and he stayed in the kitchen. He gave the people around there with the mops because there's so much blood on the mat.
Well, there you have it. Let me get your impressions before you have to go ringside now for your post-match interview. Your thoughts on this?
I think we just watched the classic. This is a fight.
Crazy, what we came here for.
Like we said earlier on, as earlier advertised, this is the showcase of the best MMA fighters on the great continent of Africa. We are not mincing words when we said
3 rounds of action. We have a winner by unanimous decision. Failed Super Saiyan Yusuf!